Yeah, I'm not in on the A. I'm not defending the A, but enough about yesterday. This morning, Kevin, you released your grades for the teams in the East, so I do want to take a look at a few of those, if that is all right with you. And I want to start with the Celtics, because they got an A after trading for Malcolm Brogdon, signing Danilo Gallinari. They lost Daniel Tice, Aaron Nesmith, among others. Perk, let's start with you here. The Celtics getting an A. Do you finally agree with Kevin on something?
I do. And look, I'm not being a homer. I'm not being biased, but the additions that Brad Stevens and added for us this offseason were great additions because he didn't have to give up a lot. Matter of fact, he didn't have to give up none of his core pieces. Malcolm Brogdon in itself was a great move, arguably one of the best individual moves this offseason, to a team that just came off of representing the Eastern Conference for us in the finals. I agree with Kevin on this one.
Kevin, anything to add there?
Yeah, Perk and I are completely on the same page. The other thing I'd point out is, Brogdon, in addition to being a good player for what they gave up, also just really a great fit for what they're trying to do there. Fits into the switching scheme, can play on or off the ball, incredibly versatile. So love that addition for the Celtics.
And then the Nets, meanwhile, they added T.J. Warren, trade for Royce O'Neal while losing Bruce Brown, Andre Drummond, Goran Dragic. Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge, still free agents. Their offseason grade is a D+. Dave, the Nets, they got the worst grade out of all the teams in the East. Only the Dallas Mavericks are above them, obviously in the West. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I think I would go incomplete. I know if you have to assign a grade, then maybe you're going to go on the other side.
Can we do incomplete?
Passing, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen ultimately with KD and Kyrie. That will ultimately affect their grade. So maybe they can turn in some missing assignments and have the grade changed down the line. I also have a problem with what's a D+? Like, if you're getting a D, the plus doesn't matter. Like, Kevin, what is that? What do they do to go from a D to a D+ in your estimation? That's really my biggest question about that grade.
It's like a slight upgrade to the grade point average, isn't it? It's not quite as bad as long as you got that plus on there. Yeah, I mean, I think the aspect of it is, didn't love the Royce O'Neal move for them because he hasn't been as good defensively the last couple of seasons, has evolved into a really good three-point shooter, but they've already got a lot of great three-point shooters on the wing. They need someone who can do that and also contribute and take some of the toughest assignments defensively. Did like the T.J. Warren pickup. That's a real, flyer to see if he can get healthy this season. But still, as you said, so much uncertainty, and I think it affected their offseason.
One of the great folklores of the NBA. Well, it was real. I saw it in person. T.J. Warren, bubble T.J. Warren was the real deal. So can he get back to maybe not quite that, but something like that? I do just want to check in, though, real quick on the other team in New York, the Knicks. They added Jalen Brunson, Isaiah Hartenstein. They lost Alec Burks, Kemba Walker, Taj Gibson, Nerlens Noel. All in all, they get a B+. Any problem with that, Dave?
No, I like it. Obviously, I think there was a bit of an overpay for Jalen Brunson, but certainly he is a high-level role player, verging on being a star type of player. And Hartenstein played in a bunch of big games for the Clippers last year. They were pretty much fighting for their playoff lives for the entire second half of last season. And so that experience, you add that to the Knicks group. I like that a lot. So, I'm okay with it. Here, Kevin, we're agreeing. I like it. Good job with the Knicks grade.
Perk, too high, too low?
No, I think it's just right. I mean, because here's the thing, right? Jalen Brunson is not a guy that's going to, take you to the finals, but he is a guy that you could pair alongside Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. If they're going to still be there, we never know what's going to happen with the Donovan Mitchell situation. But listen, just those three guys alone, all of a sudden makes it eye candy. Jalen Brunson going to the New York Knicks makes it eye candy. And a lot of guys around the league, including stars and superstars, they would love to play with Jalen Brunson. He's the ultimate team guy. He's a combo guard, doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective, and that's a great addition. So I'm with you on that. I give him a B+ as well.
Not to mention they still have R.J. Barrett, who is very, very talented. I do want to show you guys the rest of the grades that Kevin handed out for the Eastern Conference as a whole. Perk, take a look at this. Hawks B, Bucks B, Magic B, 76ers A. Are there any other questions, look long and hard at this, that you have for Kevin Pelton?
It's a lot of questions. It's two of them in particular. Look, put us back on. I need to see Kevin's face. Okay, Kev, for the life of me, I don't understand this. How did the Milwaukee Bucks, I got two concerns. One, the Milwaukee Bucks, right? I think them adding Joe Ingles, and I know he's coming off an ACL injury, but an ACL injury is not what it used to be 10 years ago with the technology that we have. So now you're bringing in a guy that is, bring a certain type of tenacity, a guy that also could initiate the offense and play off the ball, 6'7", 6'8", that fits in well around Giannis, Drew Holiday, and Chris Middleton. And then you go out and you re-sign Bobby Portis for not even a high dollar amount. You're able to retain him. And now you have all your core pieces coming back along with Cuttington. You get him back as well. I'm like, they deserve an A. And then if I need to go a step further, the Atlanta Hawks, Kev. So I got to pile it on you. The Atlanta Hawks deserve an A. When they acquired Murray from the San Antonio Spurs, and you look at pairing them up with Trae Young, and you didn't have to give up DeAndre Hunter. See, DeAndre Hunter, to me, is the unsung hero in this situation that nobody talks about. He's the guy that is the ultimate two-way player. He has shown us throughout this postseason and last season, when healthy, he's getting better.
Yeah.
And so you still have Clint Capella to anchor your defense. Those two in particular, is very disturbing that they didn't get an A from you.
Yeah, I think the Bucks, the big question is, can Ingles stay on the floor defensively in the playoffs enough to take advantage of the shooting and playmaking? And Atlanta still want to see how the fit works out with Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. Saw them play in the crossover here in Seattle last weekend, but Murray's not a great three-point shooter. If he's spending a lot of time off the ball, can he be as effective as he was as an all-star last season?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.